on right now, man. I'm in the room of greatness to have this guy here. But welcome to the think tank, y'all. I know the first 30 minutes, when you got history in the building, you got to really go in. And y'all surprised me with Donald Lawrence. I'm going to get you for that one. One of my favorites, none other than Dr. Henry Panion is in the building. How you doing there, Doc? How you feeling?
Great, man. How you doing?
Good to have you, man. And Donald Lawrence, how are you, my brother? Good to have you.
Good, thank you.
Good to have you here, man. Welcome to the think tank. It's the #1 talk show, state of Alabama, man. Abby Award winning, and I'm glad to have y'all here. And y'all just took my numbers up another 300,000, so I'm happy to have y'all here. Good to be here. Dr. Panion, I know about you. Dr. Lawrence, I know about you. I've been following you for a long time, Dr. Panion, the stuff that you've done with Stevie and Shaka and Aretha. I'm like, man, to have this dude just sitting up in here. This is history being in the making here. But good to have you here, Dr. Panion.
Thank you.
Donald Lawrence, y'all know who this guy is, man. Man, just greatness. How you doing, my brother?
I'm good, my friend. Thank you for having me.
All right, man. Good to have you.
Good to be here with the legend.
The legendary, yes.
Absolutely.
It's a legendary. And what's your name, my man?
Elias Hendricks.
Oh, I know exactly who you are.
Yep.
You called me earlier today, didn't you?
I did. I saw you last week.
Yeah, and you know, boom, pull that mic up to you so we can be able to hear you, my brother. I had been running around all day. It's been, getting this together, and tomorrow is Veterans Day. I'm a veteran, so I'm getting everything straight to go celebrate with my comrades for tomorrow. So I'm not coming into work at all. So I've been around getting ready for that, making sure all this stuff is straight because they're not gonna see me tomorrow. I'm hanging with my comrades. But before I do that, I knew you guys were coming here today. I talked to my man Strick, and he said, man, I got to get him on your show. I said, man, you don't need no excuse for Dr. Panion. He can just walk in. I'll just stop.
I'll pay all y'all later.
I'm going to stop doing what I do. But you guys got a lot of stuff happening. It's the reason why you guys are all here. So let's talk about that. What do you have going on? And let's talk about basically everything that's going on, man. You got the floor. Let's go. Start with you, Dr. Panion.
Well, thank you, first of all. And I'm just so honored that we are doing two things. We're celebrating truly one of the most important composers of gospel music ever. And you think about his songs, and we'll maybe get into that, and what he represents, and how he's always used his songs as a way of not only talking about the love of God, but encouraging just everyday people to kind of have a better way of thinking, a better way of living. And then on the flip side of that, we got Vox Fortura here, and Alys Hendricks, who's a homeboy, but went away and did well, and when you hear his voice. And so I thought that what better way, with all the things that I always do with orchestras, bringing these various genres together, from pop, classical, and jazz, to bring these two together. And Donald was just kind enough to kind of let me experiment a little bit with it.
That's good to know. Donald Lawrence, man, no need, you need no introduction either, man. The stuff that you've done.
This man makes me laugh.
I know, man, that to have you two together, I'm almost scared. So let's talk about that.
He's so bossy. He's bossy. And you know what? I'm not used to that, so I just let him. I just kind of keep. He's funny. I'm honored to be here with Dr. Panion. He's really great.
That's great, man, to have and to be around him.
Yeah, he's quite incredible.
Yeah, I knew about Dr. Panion, and I'm gonna tell the story. So I'm a member of Faith Chapel, and when I first joined Faith Chapel, Dr. Panion was directing. I'm looking at him like, man, that guy looks familiar. So I left one Sunday, came back. Dr. Panion was there again. I'm going. So I had asked somebody. I said, man, I know that guy. They said, man, that's Dr. Henry Panion. I said, man, what church did I join? Are you serious? Y'all got Dr. Panion that directed it. Wow. So it was truly an honor for that happened. But have him working with you, man, what is that? Because you work with so many.
It's we kind of been talking over the years, but we really didn't meet until Cincinnati. I did the Cincinnati Symphony Orchestra early this year. And when they were asking me who I wanted to do some of the arrangements, I recommended him. He was the top person, and I gave him my list. So therefore, they reached out to him, and then he came to the actual concert, and we got to talking, and it's just that. But we've talked over the years about possibly doing something, and it just kind of happened this year that we've been able to to connect, and it's been great.
My second home is Cincinnati.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, that's my dad's hometown, and I was born in Toledo.
Oh, yeah.
But I did radio up there, man. I just got back Sunday.
I went to school there. That's what. I went to Cincinnati Conservatory.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was kind of what brought me back there too. I was there for quite a while.
I just left the game. I was there for the Buffalo Bills.
Oh wow, yeah. That's funny because we just did Buffalo Symphony Orchestra.
Just look at that.
Just a few weeks ago.
So to be here and to do what you guys are doing, this is going to be just remarkable. I'm just saying, first of all, I know about your work and his work, but when you put both of them together, man, that's explosive. How does it feel? I know.
It's great because it's really great to me when you have like an orchestrator like him who knows both worlds, who knows the symphony world but also knows the gospel world authentically. You don't find that often, but when you do, there's just a language that can be written that I think that that happens between the two. So and it's beautiful to hear. I come from a world of theater as well, so it's beautiful to hear my music put to orchestra because it just kind of takes it to where I originally kind of hear it anyway. So it's really a beautiful thing, and it's great. And he's done some amazing arrangements, and it's really cool.
I call him my very own Quincy Jones.
I get it. I
totally
get it.
I know about Quincy, but I never got a chance to live around Quincy. But I got a chance to live around Dr. Henry Panion. So he's my person.
Well, we should celebrate you. We're in your home.
Yeah, let me tell you, man.
It's okay.
Some of the great stuff, man, that you've done, Dr. Panion, and need to be put out there. I mean, the stuff you did with Luther. Come on, man. Come on, dude. Come on, man. You just don't know, man. To have you here, I'm in awe. I thought he was playing when he said, "Man, I'm bringing Dr. Henry Panion by the studio." I'm like, yeah. Come on, Strick. You gonna do?
Yeah, y'all talking about me. You can come out this Sunday. You can see.
Yeah. I want to talk about the event. So let's talk about Sunday. What does that look like, Dr. Panion, on Sunday? What could we expect when we?
So imagine a symphony orchestra that you may think you have heard and may think you understand their sound, but then imagine songs that you have heard. Like, there's not probably a gospel choir in America that hasn't, and still not singing every Sunday.
Every Sunday, you got it.
It's the canon. We use the word canon. It's part of what we do. We sing Donald Lawrence songs. So and when I think about artists that I have loved, and we can go through the list of the popular gospel choir directors, be they Hezekiah Walker, John P. Key, Ricky Dillard, the list goes on. There are all these great gospel, and they're all great. But Donald's song, all my life, when I first heard the Tri-City Singers, and Darryl Coley was singing, I said, how do they sound like that? Why do they sound like that, first of all, when no one else is trying to sound like that? And then, of course, everybody know Darryl Coley's voice. But then, to hear the way he shaped that choir and was so intentional about their sound, I said, who does that? We just want to go to church, have a good time, you know what I'm saying? So,
ain't nothing wrong with that.
But the point is, as an orchestrator, it's almost the same thing. Why I pinched my arm when I got to work with Stevie for the first time. You mentioned him. It's because the music is so rich. It lends itself well to someone who's been classically trained as an orchestrator. There's so much meat in that I can put a little potatoes and carrots in the thing and make a big old pot roast out of it. You know what I'm saying? It's what he brings to the table. So the honor, we've been talking years because I've been wanting to orchestrate some of his music. And so when you think about our show, so imagine that. But then think about this. Imagine 4 guys who can traverse and go across from singing pop, gospel, jazz, classical with ease, and do that. Imagine songs that you may think, didn't I hear a classical artist do that? Not like this. And didn't I hear a pop artist do it? Not like this. And when you hear Vox Fortura, if you haven't heard them, I promise you, you are in for a real feast. So, I don't know, I usually like go around Christmas and holiday, I get a lot of toys and stuff like that, but I'm telling you, it is truly not a joke to be able to hear and been working on their songs. It's going to be a feast. So when you come there, imagine that. But guess what else? We got something else for you there.
Okay.
We have joined Miles College Choir and UAB Choir together in the beautiful Alys Stephens Center,
Jesus.
up in the choral balcony.
Oh, Jesus.
They will be backing his songs
Oh,
up,
Jesus.
backing their songs up. I'm going to be down there trying to keep up with them all. It's so if you imagine that whole set. It's kind of hard to imagine, isn't it?
Y'all having church. I mean, collection plate and everything going to be out after this one. Oh, man.
Our tickets wasn't even high enough. Of all this stuff.
So this all goes down Sunday, and it's at the Alys Stephens Center. Man, you're still going to, with the orchestra, with the UAB Choir and Miles College. I got chills just thinking about that right there, just big time chills. And Elias, let's talk about you, man. I mean, how does it feel? This big for you, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's, I've known Dr. Panion since I first really started singing classical music. You know, of course, he was like the first person that I ever thought of. I didn't know at the time that he was the legend that he was.
Are you kidding
15.
me?
You know, I remember there's some situations we had back in the day, you know, where I was telling him, you know, I think I have to preserve my classical voice and all these things. And he's like, forget that, man. Sing. You know what I mean? So, but I grew up with him and, you know, I've always invited him to my shows. And he came and saw our last show here in Birmingham, which is really the first time I ever brought this concept back. And it's a success. He picked up the phone and offered, you know, to be a part of this experience. And, you know, it was one of those situations where first I'm like, you're serious. You're not playing, right? You know, but it's a realization of, you know, just a dream to be able to work with the caliber of artists that we're talking about right now. You know, we have our own thing that we do, but, you know, these are established like juggernauts in the industry. And it's just, I mean, it's huge.
Huge.
I don't think I'm saying enough to really get the grasp of it, but it's just an amazing opportunity.
Look, man, when he started talking about who I was going to be that Sunday, first of all, if you never heard Miles College Gospel Choir, where have you been? I got a chance. They came to Cincinnati. I never forget this. And Bernard Williams was leading them at the time. And he called my mom to tell my mom, because he knew I was here, that we were going to be at a church that was right around the corner from the radio station, which was not but a walk away from where I was living because I lived downtown. And I went to see Miles College's choir. 2 minutes into them performing, they have torn the church up already. Bernard Williams just sitting down with his arms folded. The choir was clowning. I'm sitting here like, oh, my God, they done took me home. Folks fainting all over. I said, so if you've never heard Miles College choir and then UAB's choir, y'all putting them together, that's not even fair. You know what that's like? You know what that's like? That's like having Jalen Hurts on this side. That's like having Tua in the backfield. That's like having Bo Jackson as the running back. That's like having Cam Newton on the slot. That ain't fair. That's like that. We need a cheat code for that right there. That ain't fair. And all of that going down this Sunday over at the Alys Stephens Center. And what time does it start?
Starts at 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock.
Sharp.
Okay. So, on time. Y'all, if you've never been to the Alys Stephens Center, they start at 7 on the dot. So don't get that 7:10. You gonna miss something. Get there. Get there early. Is what I'm getting at. Are tickets still available for those that need to get tickets?
Absolutely. And you can dial 205-975-ARTS.
Okay.
Or you can go to alysstephens.org. And, you know.
Man, Donald Lawrence music sung by Miles College and UAB Choir with an orchestra and Dr. Henry Panion directing.
Well, that's another surprise, too.
Oh, Jesus. No, don't do me like that.
Donald is bringing some of his lead singers that everyone knows that have made some of his songs famous. I'm telling you. So we
it's just
no. This is
oh my goodness.
No.
Yeah,
this is too
coming in.
This is too much.
But you know, had I thought about it earlier, I would have loved them singing one of the songs as well because I love the blend of art. I love what they do.
Right.
I think it's beautiful art, and because my music palette is so vast, I'm always blending I think that's the best when you just blend all
when you
styles.
Yeah,
singers from all styles. I loved it, and I hear music that way. For me, music is just music. It's not really genre specific for me. So I definitely some of the singers are coming in too as well.
I'm talking to Dr. Henry Panion, the one and only Donald Lawrence, Jesus, and my man Elias Hendricks. And what's the name of the Vox?
Vox Fortura.
Okay, let's talk about that.
Okay.
Explain that to me. Vox.
Vox is voice in Latin.
Okay.
And Fortura is a play on a couple of words. So we say strong voices of the future. So Fortura is fortune, strong, that kind of thing.
Okay.
That's the translation.
Okay, that's okay. And so they're all going to be performing as well. Am I correct? That's why you're talking about blending the
That's why I would. Yeah, they're performing pieces, right?
Yes, we're performing some of our pieces. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's,
Gotcha.
It's kind of all of us performing. I would have had them do one of my songs as well.
Well, we may have an encore or something where they can. We'll figure it out. We have a little something for you. Now, one of the things I really want to point out. I mean, I think that you talk about Donald and stuff that we've done, but it's no small feat that Vox Fortura, they were semifinalists in Britain's Got Talent with Sam McCowell. So this isn't a group that haven't just gotten together. I mean, you think about Three Mo Tennis. You think about Il Divo. I mean, they're right there with them and have torn up Europe, and when I first saw them, I saw them actually online looking at the show in London. So people, you're in for a real treat if you take the time to come out. Y'all going to church and go on over to Nikki's and then come on over there.
Well, I also think it's fantastic that one of the lead singers are from here. I didn't. I kind of thought they were all living in London, so I just found that information out just now.
I saw him last week. Yeah. We had the classic.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I thought we was at the classic. I saw him last week. He said, "I got to get with you." I like, well, you know where I'm at. Right. Then Strick called me and said, "Hey man, look, this is what I got." And I like, man, I said, Dr. Henry Payne. And Dr. Henry Payne come to the radio. Man, he coming. But he did not tell me about you. So I'm in awe over here today, y'all. It's Chris Coleman hanging outside the think tank. Donald Lawrence along with Dr. Henry Panion and my man Alys Hendricks. Big show going down at the Alys Stephens Center. It starts at 7 o'clock Sunday. You can still get tickets, 975-ARTS. That's 975-ARTS. Get your tickets now. I'm telling you, he just said you're bringing Miles College Choir and UAB Choir together at the same time with Donald Lawrence.
And the Alabama Symphony Orchestra.
Jesus. Jesus. Yeah, man, oh my goodness. I'm surprised it ain't sold out yet. What are y'all waiting on? Y'all better get these tickets, man. I'm telling y'all, I want y'all outside lined up, telling me I can't get in. Get those tickets right now. I'm telling y'all, I'm excited. Y'all got me excited about this Sunday. Are you guys gonna be doing this as a tour, or are you gonna take it back to Cincinnati and do one there, or?
I'm glad you asked that.
Yeah.
Really, with Elias and with Donald, we've talked about the opportunity to present. In fact, the truth of the matter is, after he had asked me to participate in his concert in Cincinnati, it was because of that concert that we did it together in Buffalo.
Okay.
And I think that when I think of Elias's show, and when you see those guys on stage, our goal would be that we would share this with orchestras.
Yeah.
And, we're doing a bunch of stuff with orchestras, and so they're looking for content. So I think this is great content for America.
I'm looking at you doing this in Atlanta, Nashville, and Memphis, and Chicago. I'd like to see it in New York, right there on Broadway somewhere. This is huge. Oh man, New York Philharmonic. Oh my goodness, that'll be.
You better believe it.
Ooh, that'll be crazy.
Boston Pops.
There you go.
That'll
Absolutely.
be nuts. Oh my goodness.
Better speak it.
You know what they said? Put it out there. Hey, you better speak that thing. Lord says speak it. You never know when they come to you. So hey, you put it out there in the atmosphere. I want to take our time to thank you guys for stopping by here to at least let my listeners know what's going on, and I hope everybody knows we got some great talent that's going to be in town this weekend. They're seeing us live on Facebook, but man, Donald Lawrence, it's just a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here,
man.
I haven't been to Birmingham that much. I mean, I've been before, but I hadn't been there much. So this is really one of those times I get to be a little bit hosted by someone who is internationally known but also a local. So it's a different experience this time. I'm not in and out.
I want to knock all y'all socks off with this one because we're moving into this being intentional, especially in 2024. There are 10,842 radio broadcast stations in America. Only 160 of them are black-owned and black-operated.
Wow.
We're sitting in one.
Wow. Congratulations.
We're sitting in one of them. So,
wow.
And we're in the hood. Intentionally want to be here.
Understand.
Around our people.
Yeah.
We didn't want to move downtown. We didn't want to move out on 280. We wanted to stay right here. When Courtney French brought this station, he said, Chris, he bought me from my heart. I want you to come home, run this radio station. I said, are we going to be intentional? He said, yes. So the intention is turned up for 2024.
That's great.
You guys are sitting in what we would call a gym. There's not too many of us. So, and it's only, once again, 160 in America.
Wow.
Out of 10,800 some odd stations, 160 of them are African-American owned. And you're sitting in one. So I wanted to give y'all something to go back like, wow, so, and the community embraces us. We play gospel, we play blues, we play hip hop, we play jazz, we play R&B.
That's great.
We play it all because all of that encompasses the black culture.
Yeah.
And what got that, how it started.
Yeah.
So we don't never go away from where it started. And to have you guys here, and especially this guy and you, both of y'all, man, you in gospel. Man, I got like 9 of your songs over here. I got back. Which one I want to play? Back to Heat. Do I want to play Bless Me? Do I want to play Deliver Me? Do I want to play Flight? I got it. I got about 9 of his 92, 93 of his songs. He's probably, did all the arrangements on, all the orchestras he's played with. Y'all don't understand right now, Birmingham, royalty is on this radio. And I'm just happy that you guys are here, and go out and support them this Sunday at the Alys Stephens Center. Get your tickets now. It's 975 ARTS. It's 975 ARTS. He gave you the choirs. He told you the Alabama Symphony, Dr. Henry Panion, Donald Lawrence, Elias Hendricks, and this group. Say your group's name again.
Vox Fortura.
Vox Fortura. I got to keep that name in my brain. Have you guys did some recordings?
Yeah, we do have a few things shortly thereafter this show in November.
Okay, so you do have stuff out.
We do have some things on
but
iTunes.
You're going to be releasing new stuff.
Yes,
I just need to get hip to it. That's all.
I got you.
Okay.
I'll let you know, man.
Oh yeah, please,
Absolutely.
please let me know,
Yeah.
man. Thank y'all for stopping by. I really appreciate y'all.
Thank
Coming
you.
up, got a lot to talk about, especially what happened last night. Oh my God! And then why are they trying to charge the man that got jumped on in Montgomery doing the boat ride? They're charging this dude. And I got the video saying they hit him first. How you charge? So you get your butt whooped, and we're going to talk about that next, y'all.
Honk your horn one time. It's time now for traffic from our V94.9 Traffic Center, presented by the Jefferson County Sheriff's Department.
Hey there, Chris Cove. This is Busy Driving Out of Bad when you move around for the 4 o'clock part of the rush hour. The traffic report sponsored by Wendy's. Not too bad of a ride on 459. You're seeing brake lights southbound near Galleria Boulevard. But be aware of a crash in the inner city of Birmingham. It's on 2059. This one's eastbound right at Tallapoosa Street. You'll see flashing lights in the area. Now when you think of Wendy's Biggie Bag, think your go-to deal, because with your choice of JBC or crispy chicken sandwiches, plus your 4-piece nugs, junior fries, and a small drink, Biggie hits every time. So grab a Wendy's Biggie Bag today. U.S. price of participation may vary. Third-party delivery pricing may be higher. Wendy's. I'm Monique Johnson, inside the V94.9 WATV Traffic Center.
While you're on your way to work, Sheriff Mark Petway says don't text and drive. Your safety is his top priority. This traffic reminder is being brought to you by the Jefferson County Sheriff's Department and the all-new V94.9 WATV. V94.9 WATV is turning up your Friday. Join us every Friday as the free lunch flashback will be served inside the V94.9 Hip Hop Cafe. Join us as we celebrate 50 years of hip hop, starting at 12 noon with Lady Wu. From Grandmaster Flash.
It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how I keep from going under.
To Run DMC. From LL Cool J.
I want a girl with extensions in her hair, bamboo earrings, at least 2 pairs.
NWA.
Here's a little something about a brother like me.
From 8 Ball and MJG.
I'm creeping low in a flip-flop, drop, top stang.
To Outkast.
Well, it's the M.I. cricket letter. Ain't no one better.
From Master P and the No Limit Tank.
Make 'em say,
To Cash Money.
Girl, you really with them back, yeah. It's that game.
From Tupac
Out on bail, fresh out of jail, California dreaming.
to Biggie,
It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine.
your hip-hop favorites will live here. The Free Lunch Flashback presents the V94.9 Hip Hop Cafe every Friday starting at 12 noon, exclusively on V94.9 WATV. And the V stands for variety with Didi in the morning.
When you switch to Boost Mobile, you can get a free Samsung Galaxy A23 5G and a pretty powerful way to get after it.
Like me, Tusi, a man who fell in love with music and fell on hard times. From writing songs in my room to sitting on top of the charts. All because I made poetry out of pain.